Hi, internet. Hi. Dramatically late as always. Yay, website, but it worked, so everything's fine. They were just, YouNow was just doing it to make you all excited. It wouldn't be a normal Dan live show if I was actually on time, so I'm sure that's why they were doing it. It was a deliberate, creative choice. Hi, how are you all doing on this fine Tuesday evening? That is, I say it's a fine Tuesday evening. It's really cold in England tonight. Oh my God. Today was not a warm day, but it's otherwise fine. The sky was quite clear, so at least it wasn't raining. By all means, it was quite a nice winter day. How was the weather today where you live? Guys, let's see. 3 people said that they're sick. Excellent. Fantastic. Thanks for the turkeys, everybody. Cold, 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 says Louise. Cold, says Beth. It's 15, says Sarah. It's summer in New Zealand, said Shantae. Yeah, I never really understood that in geography class. Do. You don't care, said Adria, as I read out her comment. Swag. Pretty sure that's not a temperature chant. 25 degrees in Israel. Warm-tacular. Cold in Turkey. Cool. Cold like my heart, said Natalie. Nice. I'm sure we can all relate to that. And Abigail says it's minus 45. Are you watching this in your freezer? Because that's probably a bad idea. I'd advise against that. So yeah. Nice. Okay, so it seems from the chat that it's either uncomfortably cold or really hot where you are. Great! And thanks to everybody sending me turkeys, so who wants to read the chat when I can just see how much you all love me with turkeys? Thank you, guys. So, yeah, there was no live show last week because I was helping to edit Phil is Not on Fire, which is much more important. So, yeah, firstly, I guess we should talk about the most important thing. Phil is Not on Fire. Did you guys all watch that? What did you think? Opinions? No opinions. Just kind of like bland yes or no approval. In fact, only positive things. Good. Loved it, said Brittany. Great. Amazing, said Ellen. I'm glad. I cried, said Bryony. I hope that's because it was nice, not that we were so hideous. We just compelled you to have a breakdown. My favourite one, said Abby. Spectacular. It was the best, said Destiny. Yay! Glad you liked. I thought it was extremely funny. Me and Phil had a very good time filming it. It was, oh my God. So, it was so funny. I don't know if you guys know, I'm guessing you'd see from the actual Phil is Not on Fire video. If you don't know what this is, then you need to sort your life out. Phil is Not on Fire is when me and Phil, the amazing Phil from YouTube, answer questions on camera, which sounds quite generic, but once you've inhaled lots of Sharpie fumes, it makes you go a bit demented, which is mainly the point of it, the demented aspect of it. And see, usually you're supposed to use a whiteboard marker on your face, like a black thick pen that you can draw on your face with, and then you just kind of like rub it off. But Phil, unbeknownst to me until it was far too late, decided to use black Sharpies. I don't know why I wasn't really paying attention to what I was holding or having applied to my face, but black Sharpies are very permanent. They're quite, they can write underwater, they can write in space. They're Sharpies. They're not supposed to come off easily. So I basically had to remove most of the skin on my face, and it was there for quite a while. I remember the next day I was out somewhere, and this guy was like, "Why do you have cat whiskers on your face?" And the other guy was like, "You look really dirty, like a chimney sweeper." And it's because even after 2 showers and a million face scrubs, and I think I even had some makeup removal that baby wipe things that a friend left at my house that were like made of makeup removing girl acid. Just didn't remove the Sharpies, so just don't do that, okay? Because it will just make your face black and you'll look really racist and awkward because it won't come off. And that's not something that you should try to get yourself out of in an awkward situation. So yeah, that happened, but that was cool. So yeah, if you haven't, someone said, you can remove it with nail polish. Yes, I will just apply nail polish to my face next time. That is definitely the answer. So yeah, if you haven't seen that, then go just search Phil is not on fire 5 and then you will find it. Da 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 da, cool. I'm not going to talk about the Doctor Who 50th yet because some people still haven't seen it, and all week I've been speaking to people that have been angry because they don't want to get spoiled, so I'll wait like a month before I even address that. Even though it's a spoilery, not really. Some people just don't want to know. But thumbs up, yeah. Yeah, Hunger Games. That's the other thing. Everyone's telling me I should just use eyeliner. You know, you could apply cat whiskers to your face using eyeliner, but then it doesn't have the same kind of permanentness. You know what I mean? It needs that kind of, wow, this isn't going to come off commitment. That's definitely half of it. So, yeah. Dan, talk about Hunger Games. Yeah, I'm rereading the Hunger Games because I'm going to see Catching Fire. Maybe, when am I seeing it? Thursday or Friday or Wednesday? I don't know. I don't remember. Some point this week I'm seeing Catching Fire, so I wanted to reread the books, but I may only have time to reread Hunger Games 1. So yeah, I'm not going to say anything, but I'm adequately excited now because I was like, I could watch the Hunger Games movie again, but I feel like I want to remember every little detail about it possible. So, yep. I mean, it's a very short book, so you can probably read it in like 2 days. You did not just say Hunger Games 1. Yeah, I mean the Hunger Games, obviously. Opinion on Midnight Memories. I haven't actually listened to that yet. If you guys don't know or give a shit, One Direction have released their new album called Midnight Memories. Why do they have the deluxe edition? I don't agree with deluxe edition of pop albums. I mean, some pop stars are kind of artists like Lady Gaga who do, you know, write all the music and blah blah blah. But if it's kind of not as artistic pop music, which is still great and needs to exist in the world, I don't know if deluxe albums are a good thing. You know what I mean? It's like, no offense to Rihanna, or I love Rihanna, but you know what I mean? It's like, do you really want a 25-track pop album? Okay, cool. Best song ever, Story of My Life first, cool, and then just 15 other songs. Great, I will peruse that audibly at some point, and then maybe I'll have an opinion on that next week. Homework. Dan can listen to a One Direction album. Woo! Dan, I stopped doing my citizenship homework to watch this. Good to know that I'm ruining the next generation of politicians. Leg wax, said everybody. Look, what the 2014. Whoa, yeah, man. Look at, okay, that was weird. Thank you for that. Yeah, if you guys don't know, there's a difference between a YouTuber generally suggesting something and then not following through, which is what most YouTubers do 99.9% of their lives, because unlike any kind of actual actor or pop star who has a management team to make sure their life is in order, YouTubers usually don't have their life in order, as they're just regular people, so most of the things they say don't happen. But a promise is a promise, and I once promised that a video would be up on a Friday, and I think that I uploaded it like 3 hours late, so the forfeit was that I had to upload a video having leg wax happening to me, and I can reveal that if she replies to my text, Louise Sprinkle of Glitter will be doing that this week. So all of the people that are looking, all you little masochists out there that are looking forward to that for whatever deviant reasons you're looking forward to that video, it's happening. Yeah, man. Cool. Bonk. I have a pile of coursework to do, but I'd rather watch this. Please keep telling me that I'm ruining all of your education. She said you don't reply. I don't reply. I mean, I'm just one of those people. I'm a slow replier to texts and Facebook messages. I don't mean to. It's not personal. It's just that this is. I've explained this before, but just in case you didn't hear, this is what happens. I'll get a text or a DM from my friend, and I'll go ding on my phone, and I'll be like, ah, yes, friend says something. I will reply to that in 2 minutes after I've finished watching this cat video, and then by the time I've finished watching the cat video, I will have forgotten that my friend tried to communicate with me, and then I won't remember for about a week, and they think that I hate them, but that's just me. I did it to Louise, and I more recently did it to Tyler Oakley and Troy Sivan, who I think wanted to hang out with me, but I lost my phone for 2 days, so I missed them in the country. Oops, but that's fine. I'll see them in March in Florida, at least. Okay. New phone? What? Yeah, I got a new phone just because my iPhone 4 that I had for... When did that come out? Like 3 years ago? That's a very reasonable amount of time to own a phone these days, isn't it? It just died. It was so slow. It was just not functional. I didn't need to replace my phone, and I didn't particularly want to, but it's just when it took like 2 hours to turn on and then no apps worked, I decided that I should probably get a phone that actually works. So as two of my favorite colors that aren't actually colors because their shades are white and gold, I got the white and gold one, and it's actually a functional object now, so that's nice. People can actually call me, and then my phone works, which is always convenient. Boo, boo, boo. What's your favorite electronic? I got a new camera. Very exciting. I say I mean we, me and the Phil, which is why Phil is Not on Fire looks cool, and my future videos will hopefully look cool. Sorry, I'm going to stop touching my hair. It's a Canon 5D, which is what every YouTuber who has attractive videos uses, like Jack Harries and Kick the PJ and Bertie Gilbert and people that make filmy videos like Christopher Bingham and other people. Fancy description, as opposed to the vlogging camera that lots of people use, it's called a Canon 60D. This one has a bigger sensor, so it lets in more light and has a higher quality image. So my videos are going to look less shit, which is good. That's exciting. That's cool. Yeah, most of you guys will know that my videos have pretty much looked the same throughout 2013, but a few, I think it was like a month ago, the light bulb in the lamp that me and Phil basically used to light up our bedrooms, I like dropped it on the floor and the bulb exploded, and then Phil replaced I think it was a 300-watt bulb in this lamp with a 1,000-watt bulb, and I didn't really realize, which is why a couple of my videos in the last month have just looked like I'm on the surface of the sun, because basically I've been using a light bulb that is 3 times brighter than normal. But I've fixed that now, so yep, look forward to videos where you can actually see my face. Yay, light bulbs. How exciting. So yeah, that's my new favorite thing. And we're using a prime lens, which is what all the vloggers do to have pretty blurry light behind them because of camera things that most of you would probably find boring. You actually look like the Teletubby, Sam. Thank you. Do you still exercise? I did exercise, and then I kind of stopped exercise, and then I started the exercise again because I realized it's bad to stop the exercise, basically. How fun was it filming for this Not on Fire 5? It was very fun filming it. It's always a good lol. Does this mean that you'll actually put them in full HD? Yes, maybe. I don't know. I feel like I should. I usually do that just so it doesn't take ages to export off the computer, which is incredibly boring. But yeah, maybe fully HD videos. How many YouNow coins do you have? Yeah, okay, right. So for all the people that are logged in right now, which you all should be, Dan, use hairspray and then you don't have to touch your hair anymore. I should invest in hairspray. I think that's what normal people do, isn't it? Yeah, so if you're just watching this right now and you're not logged into YouNow, then you should, because that means you can spam me with turkey and other cool things. So if you're not, you should, because you suck. I'm joking. It takes like 2 seconds. If you it'll have like a login with Facebook or make an account with Facebook. You click it and then it'll go, do you want to connect this to your Facebook account? And then you say yes, and then you've logged in, and then you can click the fan button, which is down there. So if you're just a YouNow lurker or you haven't yet, then if you took the 5 seconds and clicked the fan button, that would be cool. But yeah, you'll see next to your name the amount of coins that you have, which is basically on this quirky little live streaming website that I love so much, is what you use to spam people with bacon. I have 7,655,600 coins is how many I have. How many do you guys have, out of curiosity? It's quite funny. I think Yeah, I'm also level 29, whatever that means. Badass over here, guys. Yeah, someone said, I have 2 coins. Go you. Yeah, who needs 7 million when you've got 2? I'm like the PewDiePie of you now. All my dreams are alive. Um, yeah, so cool. What else has happened other than Phil's not on fire? Oh, I was at that YouTube camp thing, which is where they taught me how to use the camera, and I went with a bunch of people on a guided tour of Pinewood Studios, which was super cool. Did I tweet about that? I don't remember. There's basically the Hollywood of the UK is a movie studios called Pinewood, which is where they film all the movies. And we got to go on a guided tour of there, which was super cool. So we got to see the outside tank where Titanic was filmed, and we got told where Gravity was filmed, and all kinds of cool stuff like that, which was good. I've been there a lot as a child because of my dad's strange job. So yeah, that was good. Speaking of Gravity, that was good. I went to see it on an IMAX screen, and I felt like I was in space, and it was the best. So if you want to see a good film, Gravity is cool. Big fan of the Bullock. Oh yeah. Do 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 do. Fan baby names. Yeah, that was amazing. If you missed it on Sunday, amazing idea. Some people started trying to trend like if me and Phil had a child, what would it be called? It was so funny. Yeah, and I joined in. I was trying to actually plan the radio show that I was doing that evening, but I spent a good hour or two just laughing at what people were saying. So yeah, congrats to whoever came up with that. That was funny. I thought Gravity was quite dull, said somebody. Whoa, opinions. Why was the radio show only in the UK last Sunday? I don't. Someone was like, "I'm sorry, Phil and Dan. Something went horribly wrong," and we're like, "That's okay. I I don't know." So yep. Sorry to all the people that weren't in England that you couldn't watch the radio show, but apparently it's going to be fixed soon. So hey, how exciting! Can you say the C word yet? Yeah, man. Speaking of poppadoms, who someone said it. I don't know if did I tell you guys I'm going to India? I am. I'm going to India uh, in December on like the when am I going? It's the 20th or I have no idea. I should really know when I'm leaving the country. But I'm spending holiday in India, which was like I'm very serious about Christmas. I need my traditional Christmas with the turkey and the everything and the everything being the same. So when my family were just like, "We're going to India," I was like, "What? No, stop, stop! What are you doing?" And my mum was like, "Yeah, man, I just thought it would be cool to escape the cold and go somewhere tropical." And I was like, you fucking what, mate? So yeah, that's happening. I'm not going to vlog it because it's a holiday. But yeah, it means that basically I get to start Christmas a week early because I'm not going to be in England when Christmas actually happens. So yeah, I can say the C word, Christmas. And I ate a mince pie the other day. Yep, I went there, not December, but I had a mince pie because I need to start my festivity early because I'm not going to be in the country. I obviously a lot of people probably want me to talk about the Family Guy news, but just in case someone doesn't know about it, I maybe don't want to talk about it. Does that mean we get your tan back? Yes. I haven't really gone outside in about a year and a half, but I will be black in January. I'm joking. I tan too easy, so I'm going to try to not go outside in India. So I'll come back looking like a British person in the summer that has gone outside, but hopefully not like an Ethiopian person, which is what I usually look like if I go outside for 5 minutes. So let's look forward to that. I won't be Mexican Dan because yeah, unfortunately, I don't think so. I spent a very long time in the sun there. Too much outside adventuring. When are you coming back? I don't know. I have no idea what's happening. Why does your face look dirty when you tan? No, that was just my shitty camera that I had last time I went on holiday with my terrible window. I used to just sit in front of the window, which was why my face looked like a patchwork, because I was just like the clouds beaming patches of sunlight onto my face. Yep, video making pro. That's me, guys. Please talk about Brian. No. Um, Talk about Harry Potter. Oh, Potter, said Dan, misreading the chat. Yeah, I went to the Harry. Oh, Hogwarts jumper. Check this out. Yeah, so me and a bunch of YouTubers were invited to the Harry Potter Studios tour, which, if you don't know, is sorry, basically the studios where they filmed the Harry Potter movies. They've now turned it into like a tourist attraction where people can see like the making of Harry Potter. And as a giant nerd, it was like the best day of my life. Every time I saw Hermione's dress, I was like, okay, I'm going to start crying. But yeah, it was amazing, and all of the people I'm with, because all YouTubers are generally speaking giant nerds, bought their relative house gear, like scarves and mugs and jumpers. So I got this freaking amazing Gryffindor jumper, which was just like, I mean, this is a top quality sweater. It's as thick as hell. I've worn it outside, and I'm like, check me out. I'm warmer than you. So yeah, cool. This is not a look at that. That's just so awesome. So yeah, that's the best thing ever. Had the best day ever. Though I will say they marketed it as Hogwarts in the snow, because the whole idea of it is the studio tour, but at Christmas, so it's all snowy, and yet there wasn't really that much snow. So if you're not the world's biggest Harry Potter fan and you've been before, you might not get that much of a different experience. But if you are the biggest Harry Potter fan in the world, then you will probably hyperventilate the second time you went. But no, it was so cool because you got to see like Harry's dorm bedroom and Dumbledore's office and the Great Hall, which I took a selfie in. That happened. Love a good unironic selfie. Yeah, man. Cynicism is for losers. So yeah, that was super cool. What else did I see? Oh yeah, it turns out Hagrid was a robot. Spoilers. And the werewolf. Like, okay, I don't want to spoil that much, but there's so many things that you just presume were computer generated that were actually giant robots, which was incredibly terrifying. But yeah, that was super cool. Had a good day doing that. Shout out to all the Hufflepuffs in the chat. Whoop whoop. Next video topic, no spoilers. Dan, when is your next video? Good point. I've begun my new video. Oh, how exciting. It might be up tomorrow night, but that's not a promise. So depending on how long it will take to edit, which is something that I don't know at all, it might be tomorrow, it might be Thursday, and hopefully it won't be Friday. So yeah, I'm not going to spoil it because I don't like saying anything about my videos. But yeah, look forward to that. How long does video editing take you on average? Sorry, I didn't read your name, whoever said that. Depends on the video. I'd say a typical reasons why Dan's a fail one probably takes like 25 hours to make in total, because everything is a pain in the butt. But yeah, I mean, it completely depends on what the video is. But it's not really about how long it takes. It's more about how cool the idea is. You know what I mean? Because that's the whole Jenna Marbles thing. It doesn't matter. Well, I mean, it does, you know, you can respect how much effort someone's gone into making a video look pretty, but it's mainly about what's being said. You know what I mean? Substance over style is something that I definitely believe in. But that doesn't mean that you shouldn't not make things pretty if you can. Because aesthetically pleasingness is nice. Talk about Attack on Titan. It's gonna come back in like 15 years, which makes me incredibly sad because it's the best anime since Full Metal Alchemist. I'm currently watching Sword Art Online, which is amazing. Jesus Christ, I'm such a dork. There's an anime which is basically about an MMO, and I don't even want to spoil the first episode for you, but I'm going to plug that website called Crunchyroll again, which is a website called crunchyroll.com, I think, where you can legally watch like 1 billion animes, and it's cool. So yeah, it's it's an anime about a game like World of Warcraft, and it's like my favorite thing in the entire world because, I mean, I kind of had a fictional-induced crisis almost last week between watching this anime, playing loads of Guild Wars 2, and reading the Hunger Games. I was just kind of like, I have almost completely lost interest in the actual universe. I was just like, I'm sorry, I am consuming too much engaging fiction right now. I am on the edge of, yet again, completely losing interest in the actual universe, but I think I survived. I nearly fell off the edge of the cliff, but not quite. So, yeah. Jane said, Dan, your bones are freaking me out. What are they called? Claver. Where's my chest so red? Maybe I'm warm. What are they called? Clavicles. Look at them. Gross. Gross. Look, I could eat cereal out of that. Oh, look, I could put an SD card in it. Collarbone, says everybody. Okay, there are many names for it. I can just sit there awkwardly. So I was born with the ability to store SD cards under my neck. Oh God, that's so gross. Hey guys, I'm Dan, the turkey. Yeah, I'm just definitely going to stop doing that. Dan, do an Omegle video. I did an Omegle video once where I cross-dressed as Carly Rae Jepsen. It was a thing that we did for the radio. I went on chat roulette and cross-dressed, and it was for the BBC. Why did they employ me to do things? I don't know. If you search Dan and Phil's, what was it, like Omegle Quest or something, I'll find out. Someone can tell you. People will know. Dan, Spotify update. Oh yeah, okay. Let's work out what I've been listening to recently that isn't One Direction's new album, because I have not listened to that recently. Okay, right. Spotify update is probably not going to be that helpful because check me out. I've actually been legally buying albums recently and listening to them, but I think, yeah, they're more or less the same. Okay, 10 Dan live show points to whoever gets it. Arcade Fire. Yes, Sasha T. I've been listening to lots of Arcade Fire because it's great. Lord. Art Pop. Yeah, Julia. I've been listening to Art Pop a lot to get my opinions on that. Not that I'll say them because... and finally, will anyone guess? Let's see. Bound 2. That music video. Right, guys. MIA. Yes, Amy. I've been listening to Arcade Fire's new album, Reflector, which is excellently beautiful and incredible. And MIA's new album, which I think is called Matangi, which I love quite a lot. And I have friends that have different opinions on it, but I'm enjoying it quite immensely. And then Art Pop, which I'm not sure whether I want to express opinions on. Basically, what I thought about Art Pop was I really liked a few of the songs on them, and I didn't like a couple of the other songs on them, but I'm not going to express any more opinions than that. So, yeah, there we go. That's basically Sex Dreams. I like that song. Yeah, I really like Aura, because I think the Infected Mushroom production on it is just freaking incredible. It's like a Justice song. I love that, even though it's a bit weird for Lady Gaga. I love GUI. I think I don't know why she didn't release GUI as a single, because I don't like Do What You Want. I'm sorry. It's probably a very good pop song, and it's played on the radio a lot, but I don't like Do What You Want that much. But I think that GUI is like freaking the best. Oh my god. What's the next one? Sex Dreams. That's, again, it's really kind of electro justice, progressive electro sounding, which is really cool. I'm just going to open it because I've forgotten. Oh no, that's the thing. Okay. Venus. A lot of people, you know the song. It's the song that she did on X Factor. A lot of people really hate Venus. I kind of like it. Jules and drugs is just a giant nope. I'm sorry. Blah blah blah. Opinions. Gypsy, really really like that song because I like Madian. Gypsy by Lady Gaga. Good song on Art Pop. There we go. And that's as far as my opinions are going to go because yes. What is? I'm so sorry. Catching Fire, question mark. I'm going to go see it later this week. How exciting. Yeah, that's what I wanted to talk about. I'm guessing you guys have all seen Seth Rogen and James Franco's recreation of a Kanye West music video. Because you must have all seen Bound 2 music video, which is Kanye and Kim on a motorbike. And yeah, well, basically, James Franco and Seth Rogen recreated it shot for shot with Seth Rogen being a naked Kim Kardashian. And it's life-changingly incredible, and they're just the best people, and more people need to be like them, and it's beautiful. So if you haven't seen it yet, then you should just Google James Franco, and everybody will be linking to it. Yeah, it's just an incredible thing that I'm very glad exists. My Chemical Romance, question mark. What about them? Are they getting back together yet? Too soon. Do you like Alt J? Said Danny J. Yes, I do. Kittens? Question mark. Yeah, so that's a thing. What was with the kittens today? Said a bunch of people all at the same time. Right. So me and Phil were basically signed on to do a trilogy of radio documentaries, which included that weird one we did on online dating, and the other one we did, which was about staying safe online, which hopefully made a lot of people not get stalked by paedophiles. And the next one we're doing is on happiness, which is a good topic to have to do a little radio documentary about. So me and Phil have been busy today, and we'll be again doing a documentary on happiness. And part of that was investigating whether owning pets makes you happy. So we went to Battersea Cats and Dogs Home, which is basically one of London's biggest like cat rehoming areas, just to play with kittens. And so that was good. So this morning I had to get up early, sad face, to go play with kittens, which was cute. I took an Instagram video of me playing with the kittens, but then the sound didn't work, and I just wanted to cry myself to sleep, which was the worst day of my entire life, because I think an Instagram of kittens is something that you'd have probably all wanted to see. Am I right? I'm just loading it up for you now. Come on, phone. There we go. Oh, cute little kitties. Oh. So yeah, that didn't happen, but I'm not thinking about it because I was very, very sad that there was no sound on the mewing kittens that were falling asleep. So I'm just trying to repress that. Never shout never, said Bianca in caps lock. Excellent. Cool. Interestingly to nobody, I'm using a magic trackpad. What the hell? Yeah, I got it for free, long story, but weird. I like it because I think it's cool, but it's definitely not good or useful for anybody who just uses the computer for any normal reasons. So yeah, so that's basically, it's like a giant laptop trackpad, but for the computer, which is kind of cool because I can be like, swipey swipe, but it basically just means that I'm using my computer at half the speed, which is obviously really convenient for my lifestyle, which is 90% on the internet. Who is your favorite Pokemon? Said two people right next to each other. I don't know. I don't know if I have a favorite Pokemon ever. Why am I suddenly getting push notifications about Instagram? Oh dear God. Oh dear God. Oh God, did I just tick a box that said send me push notifications? Because if so, my phone's about to explode into actual flames. Follow me on Instagram. My name's Dan is not on fire. Woo! Yes. I don't know how to. There's so many settings on an iPhone. I have no idea after all these years what I'm even doing. Okay, excellent. That's exciting. Stop self-promoing. No man, self-employed YouTuber. It's life. Nice promo. Yep, I am the promo king. Check me out there. Smooth. Yep, segged that one in nicely. Would you ever dye your hair blue? Probably not. I don't know. I mean, I've always been someone that would probably consider dyeing my hair, but I once dyed my hair like a darker shade of brown with a purple fringe that went ginger and then eventually white because the purple dye ran out. But otherwise, I wouldn't have done that. But no, I don't want to dye my hair because I'm a scaredy cat. Yeah, that's right. Dan, headers for Dan. Yeah, let's talk about headers for Dan. Okay, so you guys might know, I basically didn't have a Twitter header forever. I don't know why, but I was just thinking that if I have a Twitter header, it should probably say my Facebook and Tumblr and YouTube page on it. So I'm gonna have to like make one. So I just basically procrastinated off the idea of making one, and then one day I was just like, why don't I just get people to send me them? And this header for Dan was born, which is probably the best thing ever. So yeah, now I peruse the hashtag header for Dan, and I've saved like 50, and it's just great, and I think it's cool because I like it when you guys display your sense of humor creatively. It's basically like me showing off that I have the funniest and most creative followers publicly on my Twitter, which is cool. So yeah, thanks to everybody who's done that, because I think it's great. So thank you. John Greenberg's question mark. Have read. Would thumbs up. Have you seen Thor 2? Yes. I took a selfie with Tom Hiddleston. Not. I enjoyed it. The Walking Dead. I'm going to watch the new episode of The Walking Dead after this. Excitement. I'm enjoying this season a lot. What else are you watching at the moment? American Horror Story, Homeland. I swear to God, I'm the only person in the entire world that's actually enjoying the current season of Homeland. But I am, because I don't know. I think that I am a weirdo in how positive I am, because normal people are quick to bash everything. Like you, your mum, your sister, your school friends, a random 50-year-old on Twitter. The entire human race is just quick to bash things. Like if you don't like a TV show, you'll just be like, Homeland's crap. If you don't like Lady Gaga, you'll be like, I hate Lady Gaga, she should die. If you don't like a film, you'll be like, that film was terrible. You know, the whole human race is just filled with all these strong opinions, and I don't like that. So I think that I'm a bit of a weirdo because I'm just overly positive about everything. So my friends are like, I hate Homeland, and I'm like, I want to give Homeland and the writers of that show a chance, and I don't want to think mean things about Lady Gaga or Miley Cyrus or anybody, because I think that everybody's lovely, and everybody should think that everybody's lovely and stop being mean. So I'm clearly something's wrong with me there. My birthday is on Thanksgiving, said Nadia. Woo! When is Thanksgiving? Is that this Thursday? I have no idea. When's your important national holiday that I'm not aware of? Maybe I celebrated it last year. Me and a bunch of friends made a Thanksgiving dinner and made a cornucopia. It's on Thursday. Cool. Okay. Maybe I'll watch a cheesy Thanksgiving episode of a sitcom or something to celebrate with you guys. Yeah, man. Sherlock Series 3. Is that happening? Is that a thing? When is that a thing? Tell me. My birthday's on Sunday, said somebody. Congratulations. Based on, let's do math. Let's just say there's 9,000 people watching. Where's the calculator? Here. I don't know how to math, so this is probably not correct. 9,000 divided by 365. It means that it's 24 of you's birthday I mean, taking into account none of the whether people choose to make babies, wink wink, more in warm temperatures or cold temperatures or on Christmas Day, with absolutely no social studies whatsoever. It's 24.6 of yours birthdays right now, and will be every day. So shout out to all the birthday people out there. Whoop whoop. What else did you do in your happiness documentary? Well, we frolicked with cats, and we also did laughter yoga. Do you guys know what this is? It's when like a crazy yoga person forces people to laugh against their will, and they find it so awkward and weird that they end up laughing at each other because it's so weird. We did that and we filmed it. So look forward to a video of Phil frolicking with kittens and us doing laughter yoga. And I swear to God, the person was trolling us because she made us do some very suggestive looking hand movements while we were pretending to laugh. So when's it coming out? It's in January, I think, because it's Mental Health Awareness Month, I think. And it's the week before the saddest day of the year. Did you hear that? Guess the crime. Okay, let's do that. Guess the crime. Dan lives in London, where people get murdered every day. But what was that? I've been drinking coffee out of a Phil mug. Look, Phil mug. What's this? It's Florida. Did Phil get... Wow, what can we spot? Dolphins, space, castles, don't know what that's from. Alligators, I guess they're in the Sunshine State. And some abused killer whales. Yeah, Florida. What's happening? London. Yeah, okay, what's the crime? What's the crime, guys? What did someone just get arrested for? As I yet again fiddle with my hair because I have no idea how to hair. A guy broke my earlobe. Public nudity. Death by death, said Sarah. Necrophilia, said India, thank you. Miley stopped, said somebody. Rosa Parks, said somebody. Right. Publicly eating a frog. Wolves on the loose. Dan spelled something right. Thank you, Renee, for bringing up the typos. That's not at all a sore topic for me. All-time lows in town, said Jocelyn. Doctor Who, is that just the crime? The crime is Doctor Who's existence, is Anita. Someone shipped Dan Riffic. Lol. Say my name, said Cassia. That's not relevant. Let's see. Someone actually managed to find the cross-dressing video of you. Yeah, I wasn't very helpful with that, was I? Your Instagram had a sound. Too soon. Not over the kittens. You naming your child irony. You get a winner for that, definitely. I think the person who suggested the typos and the person that mentioned me naming my child irony, you get 10 Dan live show jokes. Tyra Banks found out about your joke. Dan expressed an opinion, said Sarah. Never, man. Peace and joy. Getting an SD card stuck in your clavicle. Yes, Karis. Let's go with that. And let's see another one. 10 points. Who am I going to give them to? Dan, stop saying you know what I mean. Ding, 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 said KTG. Have I been saying that? I've become increasingly aware over the coming months that I'm sure we all say several things as kind of like awkward gap-filling phrases, and apparently one that I say a lot too often is, you know what I mean? So I'm very sorry in advance for every time I ever say you know what I mean, because I don't realise that I say it, because it's kind of like, blah, 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 you know what I mean? Because, hey, me and my awkward silences, yeah, man. What was the last dream that you had? It involved One Direction and some YouTubers. Opinions on the Bound 2 video. So as you know, I'm the world's biggest Kanye West fangirl. Joking. I hate anything that becomes too much of a thing. But yeah, I don't know. I feel like nobody gets it, and he hasn't really explained why. Because on the surface, it definitely seems confusing. Yeah, let's go with that. So I feel like there's some kind of explanation behind it that we don't know. maybe, unless he has just full on had a mental breakdown, but I don't think he's there yet. So I don't have an opinion because I don't feel like I know anything about it, which is a good moral of the story. You know, if you don't feel like you know enough about a topic, if you feel like you're not really educated enough on anything in particular, it's probably good to not talk about it, generally speaking, because you know, opinions when you don't really know what you're talking about are usually a very bad idea, which is why I never talk about anything. Dan, why is your skin so red? Because I'm currently having my Twitter background, which is a red nebula reflected into my face. Oh, that's probably it, actually. I've got the YouNow box, which is white here, shining into my face, and then the rest of my body is just being shone out by a red nebula. How exciting. Um, and you saying, yeah, man, yeah, man. Let's stop that. Can you do the browsing position? What, this? Yep, that's me. The chair reclines, and here I sit, browsing forever. That's my life. Yeah, man is sexist. You should say, yeah, woman. Very valid point, man. One D-Day thoughts. I didn't watch all of it because I was busy, but I definitely was there in time to see the awkward link up with Doctor Who. That was super awkward. Poor Doctor Who people and poor Louis and Niall for that awkward moment. Oops. I bet whoever was in charge of that awkward moment got super fired. So RIP to that person that got super fired. What's your next video going to be about? Spoilers. Are you going to have a meetup? I'm probably going to be at various YouTube events unless I break my legs or die. Probably. Why? Whose watch is this? Why am I playing with it? I don't know. When are you going to wax your legs? Because when my friend comes to my house and does it this week, probs. How excite. Dan, I ruined my best jumper when you made your photo booth video because I snotted all over it. Thank you for sharing that. I'm really sorry that I ruined your jumper by making you snot on it. That's a really beautiful mental image though, so thank you so much for sharing that with all of us. I lost my chapstick, said Imber. Oh, RIP to you. Where are you? I'm in my office on the iMac camera because I got bored of my gross lounge and I wanted to sit like this. Lol, office, yeah, office. Check me out, guys. I've got an office. I think it was an office in the floor plan, whereas really this is like the room where Dan plays PC games and the room where the guests sleep. Explain those pillows. They're cool bear pillows that we got because they were cool off a website. Why do you have an office? It's just a third bedroom for when guests want to stay at our house and don't want to sleep in our beds because that would be weird. Rotten egg jelly bean. Oh god, yeah, we have to talk about that. So you guys might not know. A few weeks ago at the Radio 1 Teen Awards, me and Phil, the thing that we were doing was Dan and Phil versus the stars, because, I mean, what the world definitely doesn't have enough of is celebrities demeaning themselves horribly in various ways. So we played Jelly Bean Roulette, where you eat those jelly beans that are either going to be nice or gross, and we did it with Little Mix, and we made Perry from Little Mix eat a Baby Wipes jelly bean, and I think she now hates us both. But then Phil decided it would be funny because we haven't done it in like 15 years to do it again, so I could go through the suffering, and I ended up eating a rotten egg flavored jelly bean, which was literally the worst thing ever. So yeah, that was cool. We were having Bertie Bott's every flavour beans that we got from the Harry Potter world, so much like Dumbledore would go, alas, earwax. I could have, alas, eaten an earwax jelly bean, but thankfully I had a rotten egg one, which was the worst thing ever. So that was horrific. And if you want to see it, then maybe just go to YouTube and type in Dan and Phil jelly bean. And there we go. What about vomit? We didn't eat a vomit one, which was good. Level 4, yes. Oh, congrats to you. Vomit is worse. You guys are telling me that you've eaten the vomit flavored one? How was that? Gross. Do you know where Venezuela is? Yes. Do you? Where do you buy the jelly beans from? I don't really know. I've never bought them myself. I've just had them inflicted upon me by cruel friends. Do you like Britney Spears? I guess. Yeah, I like everything and everyone, apart from racism and Coney. There we go. Iceland sucks, says somebody. Do you mean the shop or the country? Because then you're either racist or maybe you just don't like cheap party snacks. Because I loved Iceland. When you were having a social event, you could spend like £5 and feed all of your friends, which for me was just myself. So that was cool. My Chemical Romance. I can't believe you saw Jack and Finn. What do you mean you can't believe I saw Jack and Finn? Quesadilla. Do an impression of Beyonce. No, what? I can't. Dan, do an inspirational speech for the last 9 minutes of this show. No. Oh, no. Maybe I should plan one every week. Today's accidental waffle spree from Dan is... Hey, I eat jelly beans to punish myself. That's a very unique way of doing that. Please no speech. Okay, that's super cool. Is there anything else that you want to ask me before I depart? Because I haven't eaten in like 7 hours and The Walking Dead is calling me like, Dan, watch me. So what do you want to discuss in this quality time? Show us your forehead. There we go. Do you love me? No. Did you watch the 50th? Yes. Talk about Brian? No. What do you think about Google Plus? I think that it's generally an improvement, but we need to wait several months for the website to work again, as with most YouTube updates. Are you going to VidCon next year? Unless I get hit by a meteor, probably. American Horror Story is good, enjoying it thoroughly. Oh, man, yeah. Undead Threesomes. Oh, yeah! That's super cool. Better say Furby. I hope that made your life. Why don't you tumble as much? Because I have a problem with Tumblr. I have this OCD where every time I tumble, everything has to flow between color schemes, which means I can never casually tumble. And every time I do it, it takes like 5 years. Do you know why Tumblr is the worst? It's because if you're not somebody that just scrolls and reblogs as you scroll or holds Alt and then click. If you don't know, if you hold Alt and then click on the reblog symbol, it reblogs. That could change your life. But I'm like, the colors have to flow into each other, otherwise I'm not reblogging it. And sometimes I'm like, I would reblog this because it's cool, but it's not yellow, so I can't. And it takes me about 7 hours. So, yep, look forward to that. But I mean, you're just limited. You know what I mean? It's like people judge your Tumblrs quite heavily, which people should do. That's cool. But it's always just kind of what happens to be on your dashboard when you load it up. You know what I mean? Because I mean, some days you load to your dashboard and you'll be like, wow, everybody I follow is on fire. I'm gonna reblog the crap out of all of this. And then sometimes it's just like, okay. I guess it's like a naked Asian person in a box. And a cat. There we go. Woo! Talk about your awkward conversation with an adult. Oh, God. Me and Phil were basically just walking outside of the BBC, and then we bumped into a couple of DJs. And it was just one of those, like, you know when you see someone you know, like a family member or a friend in the street, and you kind of just be like, hey, how are you? How are you doing? What are you up to? Cool. Ha ha. Well, now I'm going to say something funny. Okay, well, see you later, and continue walking. I'm not good at those, and neither is Phil, and I don't know what you think about us or what impression we give, but we are clearly not functional humans because it was just horribly wrong, and we were both awful, and it was just a desperate struggle to not look like every second was painful, which is what it was. It was like, hey, Dan and Phil. We were like, hi. So, what what are you guys up to? And they're like, getting lunch. What about you? We're just getting a coffee. Cool. Cool. Okay then. Well, see you later. And then we imagine that they leave and then go, well, those two are freaks. And then we leave and we're like, wow, how did that happen? How did that go so horribly wrong? So just in case any of you watching are ever impressed by me or think that I am actually quite confident or outgoing, just know that no, I am literally still clearly not a functional adult who can't just sustain a conversation with somebody. So that's good. Woo! Which is why most of my friends were found on the internet, which is definitely the safest friendship, isn't it? Only communicate through Twitter and Tumblr. There we go. Honk. I just got to level 6. Oh, more grinding you now. Yeah, man. Say something in Italian. It's ciao, like hello or goodbye in Italian. Which one of those is it? Yay for internet friends. Yay! Our entire lives. Yeah. Talk backwards. Straw. Ribbed. Clat. There we go. Check that out. That was obviously horribly wrong. Dan, I wish you weren't so socially awkward on YouTube. Will you collaborate with more of your friends in the new year? Yes, that is one of my New Year's resolutions, to stop being as antisocial on YouTube as I am in real life. I will do the texting back. That's the other one. Reply to friends so they don't think that they hate me. And finally, when's your new video? It's coming out in the next couple of days. Will I ever stop having nightmares about your photo booth challenge? Thank you, Jane, for saying that. That was awesome. What are you going to watch now? I'm going to go watch The Walking Dead. What are you going to eat? I'm going to eat just stir fry, probably. I have no idea. Is the Illuminati real? Probably, to be honest. If Scientology is real, the Illuminati is probably real, but just don't think about things. Ignorance is bliss, remember. Yeah, man. What do I do? My cat is attacking me. Good luck with that. I'm eating a pot noodle. Thank you. Okay, thanks for telling me that. Did you have a nice day? I had a great day today. It was very cold. I hoped that you all had nice days, and don't be cold. So yeah, okay. I'm going to GTFO, so I don't descend into insanity and or digest myself with my own stomach acids. So yeah. Look forward to my new video when it comes out. It was nice to catch up with you guys because I didn't do this last week. So yeah, cool. And yep, be happy and stuff. Cool. Bye. See you soon, internet. Have a good day. Okay. See ya.